everybody!
Hello!
Hi. This is MaJeliv, we're the Vasquez family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
Did you forget who was
Yeah, sort of.
Anyway, today we're going to be reacting to the third episode of Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion. This episode is called Betrayed. This episode is 10 minutes
I already
shorter
feel betrayed.
than the last
10
one,
minutes
so
shorter.
yeah, this is probably. I'm sure it's not a filler episode, but it definitely is going to feel shorter, and we're going to probably end this episode wanting more. So we're ready to jump on in. We're excited that you've joined us today. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching an edited version of this reaction. If you want to have access to our uncut watch along, you guys can have access to that by checking out our link in the description or the card up above to see our Patreon, or by becoming a member of this channel by clicking the join icon down by the subscribe button. And while you're down there, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It means a lot and helps support this channel. And that way you don't miss out on any new MaJeliv content. But I've spoken enough. Let's jump into episode 3 of Secret Invasion. Here we go.
Ready? Uh-huh. Do you think it will work? Bring in chaos?
I don't like this guy.
Neither do I.
All faith is built on risk.
Define risk. Right?
Well, faith does require risk. It's just who you put your faith in.
Yes.
Well said, man.
Right.
Well said.
Yes.
Or is the risk out of love or hate? There he is. It could be.
Oh,
maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's a new character.
Oh,
No, I
this
think
is
it's
Gravik.
Gravik. Yeah.
Well, they're clearly using this machine. They want to use it for something. Who was it that said it last time? They're trying to enhance themselves.
Yeah. Is he gonna jump in?
Members of the council. Glad you could make it on short notice.
It's his best friends.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna test it on them.
We're going to be uniquely programmed weapons of mass destruction.
Uh-oh.
All of us.
Dang. Okay.
Super Scroll. Oh!
Super Scrolls.
Oh!
Confirmed.
It's confirmed now, yeah.
I love how
While they're ready
he
to
nonchalantly just said it.
We're gonna break their
Yeah.
back.
I didn't understand this from the theories because I was hearing people think about that, but
Yeah.
Super Scroll one person in the comics or like a group of people? I'm curious, but
I think the actor who plays Gravik masters the calm effect. He's just so calm and confident, like it's just gonna get done.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we're gonna talk about how we're gonna clean the house.
Yeah.
right, yeah,
You know?
just get it done, yeah.
He kind of reminds me of like acting wise, like a Kylo Ren, where there's kind of a softness to his
Yeah.
voice, but what he's doing is horrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, this is very different, but it's the same kind of essence. So yeah, it's haunting.
Well, and a lot of what makes him so menacing and terrifying is not necessarily always what he says, but the way he says it and what he does. It's interesting because there's sometimes villains that kind of break the fourth wall in the level of playing the villain, you know, whereas this is like he sees himself as the savior, as the leader, as the hero.
Oh, yeah.
And so he comes off that way. To him, he's not bad. He's not the villain. And that's when you know a bad guy's been done right.
Oh, flashback.
Flashback.
New York City,
We keep jumping,
1998.
don't
So this is a year after he made the promise.
Coffee?
No thanks, I have some already. Appreciate it.
This new face of yours is...
Beautiful?
There's a rule that, commander station and operatives cannot be in.
Our unit doesn't exist, Fury. That means I don't work for you.
That's an intriguing possibility.
Sip that coffee, Fury.
I love how they de-aged him, man.
Yeah.
Right? It looks so good.
Yeah, he looks great.
I like her robe.
Those eggs supposed to be soft or hard boiled?
Eggs.
Pooch?
Do I dare ask what calamity must have transpired to bring you home to me?
If you want me to apologize for being gone, Scylla, just say so.
I never harbored any illusions about the necessity of you going away, but staying away. That leaves a mark.
You been in touch with Gravik while I was gone?
And why?
That just means to be sure.
About what?
She's being very vague.
Yeah.
She working with Gravik or not? Answer the question, woman.
You two, take care.
Something important?
Nope.
Feels like a problem.
Yep.
Don't look at the phone, Fury.
It was broken. He was weaker than you thought.
Oh, I'm scared. Dang, man.
Dang.
Crazy. Got to hold that glare.
Mm.
Convince. Assure.
Because right when you look away, you look like you're lying.
Right.
And she was. The tension. Scary.
Where are they now? New York?
The UN plane will be at Neptune's coordinates. 2200 hours.
She taking notes?
You asked me, Talos, choice between having my story told in ink and oil paint, or having it written in blood. I choose blood all day long.
Yours and everyone else's, huh?
It's a lot of sugar, Gravik. I mean, if you put that much in your coffee.
I like a little bit of espresso with my sugar.
You should be grateful that I haven't sent her back to you in a body bag yet.
Well,
Okay.
Dude, what? Oh my gosh.
There's a whole lot of power, man.
yeah.
They will see the difference between us. We who haven't been infected by your sickness.
So then Gaia stays with me then, is it?
My daughter's name stays out of your mouth.
Yikes.
Oh ho 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 ho!
Ooh, those
Oh,
are
he already been through that
powers
machine,
right
man.
there. It's gonna murder
He was
you.
already very, very powerful. That was a mistake.
Yep.
Tylos.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Uh-oh, he did something.
I believe this is yours. Thank you.
Oh, that's Gaia.
It is.
I was curious if Gravik had said those words intentionally to see if she would turn on him. Like it's not actual real information, you know?
Man, Gravik is not a normal scroll.
You really gonna eat that plate of dog food?
I was, mate. Just lost my appetite.
Oh, that's a first.
Oh, well, what, you here to have an English breakfast, mate? Or you here to inquire after my well-being? I'm gonna need you to, use your words.
Say what words?
Help me, Talos. Because I'm useless without you.
Help me, Talos. Because I am useless without you.
I can't even trust that that's actually Fury. I feel
know.
so.
I
mean, he had a
definitely think it is.
First, I want an apology, because you rather rudely attached a nasty bug to my beloved hoot.
Tell me that's not the name of that owl clock.
No, not anymore. He has a new name now. Nicholas Fury. It's a lovely dashing little eye patch now.
Oh.
His name is Commodore Robert Fairbanks.
Ah, can I get a photo and address?
Absolutely.
That was fast.
I mean, just name me one other interspecies relationship where it's acceptable to clean up the other guy's poop.
Cleaning up your poop for the last 30-something years. The truth's a mother dog, right?
I love these scenes.
man.
Dude,
They're
so
great, man.
good.
Their chemistry's really fun.
So I just left you.
Oh, they're all scrolls.
Come in, Talos.
Don't play video games.
Sorry, Nick. I was busy kicking Bob's ass.
Disguised.
Oh, that's terrible, dude.
Nobody calls me Nick, Bob.
That's terrible.
boy.
Jeez, man.
That's crazy. This is only episode 3.
I know, high stress this episode.
Yeah.
High stakes.
You know, the title of this episode is really bothering me.
Yeah, it's called Betrayal.
You got a code for us, Commodore?
You created this vacuum. All Gravik did is fill it. You're too late.
Enough of this bull! I'm giving you 3 seconds to give me that code. Give me that gun!
You've got minutes to figure out their code. If we can't make your friend here tell us.
Yeah, dude, that's
Jeez,
not
man.
that's not good.
You can't even keep your daughter's loyalty. Or is she the spineless traitor feeding you information?
Uh-oh.
Well, now what?
Yeah, now what?
Commodore Robert Fairbanks. I need his launch termination password now.
Jeez, man. This is not gonna end well. Oh my gosh. No way.
Oh my goodness. This is a lot. This is a lot. It's his son's name.
You got it?
Get out of there.
Oh man.
Initiating go position.
Gaia. Come on, Gaia.
No!
Launch sequence underway.
This is Fairbanks. Abort exercise. Code word? Zachary.
Abort launch.
Yeah, that guy's a scroll, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, those are the ones that infiltrate, remember? The ones that dressed up.
Thank God.
Gaia's in trouble though now, man.
Yeah.
Gravik is like probably super fast.
Gotta be hard for you to be fighting with him when deep down in your bones you believe in what he's doing.
30 years, you still don't know me better than that.
All right, so make me understand.
I'm not with Gravik, because I'm with you.
Well, that says it pretty plainly.
Yes, get out a new scroll. Let's go.
Oh god,
Oh my
they're
gosh,
just gonna
Gaia.
find her. You can't run from Gravik. Yeah, see? Daggone it, man. Just going out for a night stroll, Gravik. Leave her alone. Dang it. No.
Dude, she better not die.
Finding the traitor was essential.
Well, turn around.
No. You will look at me and you'll ask yourself, are you a leader of Skrulls or a West End?
Oh my gosh.
No way, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Talos is...
Gonna lose his marbles.
Dude.
Oh, this sucks.
What the heck?
Come on, she can't be dead. No. And who is she working with, man?
I
She just got a
know.
call from somebody.
She's probably the betrayed. The traitor. The real traitor.
Yikes. It's quite the bank.
Gringotts Bank.
A much more boring and bland Gringotts, yes.
It's just a gun? I don't think that's just a regular gun.
St. James Church, 1 hour.
I need to speak to Gravik.
Yeah, well, you're talking to me.
Man, I knew it. Go to credits. I freaking knew it. She's working for Gravik. I'm pissed.
Dude, Gaia's dead.
That's why I'm not happy. Because how is she dead? I refuse to believe she's dead. I know she got shot. I know she's down and out. But come on, man. Amelia Clarke didn't sign up for 3 episodes and that's it? No way. No way. There's no way.
I mean, such a great character. That's what makes it so sad if it is the case that she's...
I mean, it would really suck.
Well,
I'm not...
They both have lost someone very important to them.
Gravik is not... He's sick.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't just kill Gaia. I mean, I don't know that. She didn't know that, apparently. But, so, you guys are saying that last shot, Rhodey intercepted the call? That's who I thought he...
It just said man on phone.
Yeah, it said man on phone. It didn't say Rhodey.
Sounded just like him.
No, I don't think... It definitely wasn't Rhodey, because... Why would she be asking Rhodey, can I talk to Gravik?
Is Rhodey a scroll then?
I think that's what I heard.
I don't know. That just sounded like another general or something, but...
I would go to argue it to...
Really?
The other thing would be if Gaia put herself through that Super Scroll process without anyone knowing.
That's true. She was in the room beforehand.
Didn't she go through that door?
She was
That
in the
is
room
true.
beforehand.
So maybe she's trying to actually disappear so that she can attack Gravik with
So you
her
think
dad.
she's a super scroll?
I think so.
Oh,
that's a good
that,
one.
Okay.
That reignites me with hope.
If
I mean,
that
like
happens,
Cool,
that would be
super
amazing.
Because she did go into that experiment room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
remember
knows.
she
She
beat
went in,
everyone
she
else.
knows what was going on, so I wonder
like
if
this.
she actually did it. Like,
I
was
mean,
she...
it would
Oh,
be
we're out.
genius if she's able to
Yeah, because it
pretend
just
she's
feels...
dead so she can help her dad.
So Gravik can
Nick
stop
Fury.
being such a.
And what would he have? Yeah, she probably had more confidence to betray because she had those extra powers. And it's like I told you, maybe the whole mission was so that Gravik could root out the traitor.
That's why he did it, but
That's
she
why
was
he did it,
thinking
but
ahead.
She was right.
Hopefully.
I mean,
That's
we're
what
kind
we
of
would
expecting
hope.
that she's gone, but
she went into that room in the last episode, and there was a flash, and then then it cut to something else. So it would
Could
her
be a
going into that
possibility.
room. There is no other that doesn't lead
Because
anywhere
literally,
else.
if Gaia dies, where the heck is this story going? Like, if I'm being 100% honest, they're just killing off people that we're getting close to, but it's not getting anywhere because it just seems like Gravik's just carrying on his plan. It's like,
Well,
because
because if Gaia can help, if Talos and Fury, then this is
that would be helpful.
that would be very helpful.
I genuinely don't know how they're gonna close this up in
Yep.
6 episodes.
I mean, the ocean just almost got bombed, dude, by a nuclear bomb. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just feel like this think it is going to be the beginning of
Yeah.
a lot of different conflicts with the Skrulls. It's actually interesting because I think the powers now that Skrulls are going to get kind of remind me of, mutants, if you think about it, and the ability of mutants and Skrulls and that sense of belonging, and feeling like you can coexist with humanity. That's what I've been reminded of now, especially with some of the things that Gravik was able to do in this episode, like being able to heal his wounds and duplicate himself. And
They also seem to be able to kill those Skrulls at the base very easily at the guy's house, which I know not all of them have gone through the process of being Super Skrulls. So this is kind of a pinnacle moment where they need to figure it out before they have to deal with Super Skrulls.
we also never saw where those 2 guys went. The
3 guys, the 3 of them.
The 3 of them, yeah, they went somewhere else. I feel like that's the real plan with the Royal Navy and all that. And what we just saw was kind of a diversion that Gravik has set up.
A serious diversion, though, if it doesn't get stopped.
Well, I think he only told Gaia about that attack so that if someone knew,
Right.
it was Gaia. Like he probably didn't tell the
Yeah,
secret
it's what I
type.
said about the call. Remember how he said those numbers, 2200 hours, and then she texts right away.
Yeah, but a missile was going to get launched. I mean, that was no...
Yeah, but he knew that, I mean, if it launched, he wouldn't care.
I mean, that's how confident he was in. Right, exactly.
That's
so
true, he
there
still
was
wins.
nothing to
He
lose.
still wins. Nothing to
If
lose.
it gets stopped, he finds the mole, and then if it doesn't get stopped,
Then
World
great,
War
we
III
go
has
to World War
started.
III, and
everything's
then we take
great.
over Earth, and Gravik has turned into quite the adversary.
They're going to have to partner up with Sonya.
Sonya, yeah. But
But
she wants nothing to do
Nick
with them.
Fury needs to convince her about the truth of what's going on with the Skrulls, because not all Skrulls obviously are bad, but most of them are on the wrong side.
I love how
So-
she put the eye patch on the.
That was
owl.
funny.
That part did confuse me. I didn't understand what she was so caught up with. That I don't understand why she didn't want to help Fury. Something came up, like somebody gave
I think
away.
the butcher shop thing is. It might be her place. No,
Well, no, she doesn't know how they found her location.
that's it.
That's one. And then the second is she got upset because Nick Fury put a little camera on the owl thing. Like, why were
Right,
you
that I
spying on
got, but she was looking at that guy's file. That she was talking to some guy. That's what we saw.
Different Skrulls, I believe.
So maybe he was a Skrull, the guy with the red beard.
Yes,
and
no,
the
he is.
meeting.
She's
I think-
following him. So again,
I
they're
think
all
that's
kind
what
of
that
doing
means. So
something.
she probably feels betrayed and in need of getting
So
rid of
just
the
this
problem.
whole episode is about betrayal. It just sucks. It kicks
Yeah.
you in the shin, and then in other places that don't feel very good.
Yeah. No, definitely. There's a lot there. I'm very, very curious. I'm curious to see how this show is affecting and maybe potentially evolving where they were going to go with things, or maybe we don't know. It's just very, very interesting times. Because I'm loving this. I think we're all loving this.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean, it's
I think they're going to need to start bringing in a new power that's going to team up with them to help.
right.
And I think we're going to find that out towards the end of this season. That's going to lead us into something else.
I mean, if you get Sonya, then you get Talos, Fury, Gaia,
If she's alive.
and then if she's alive, and then Rhodey. Did I say his name already?
He's War Machine. Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of things that could come together that could really help. I just don't know if it would solve the problem. I mean,
That's what I mean.
Pretty
It's-
big.
You may
problem.
have a fight that is like the catalyst for, again, the continuation of a Skrull human conflict type of thing. So
Or a new meeting with Professor X.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope it progresses well, because not gonna lie, I am a little bit concerned just because of like where it's going. It just seems like Nick Fury keeps digging himself down deeper and not really getting anywhere because he basically called off a mission that was a red herring. I mean, yes, it was high stakes, but at the same time, it cost Gaia's, strategy. And then she did turn back into a Skrull when she got shot, so I don't know if she is... That we'll find out in the next episode. I just feel like it's not really getting anywhere fast enough, in my opinion. So I just hope it starts to progress more, because now we're a third way into the show, and it's like... there was barely even, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a full arc yet or anything. So I don't know if this is just plotting the Annihilation before Secret Wars. It could easily be that. But I'm intrigued. I'm not, like, I'm loving because it's so unpredictable. But at the same time, I hope what's coming is actually worth the wait. Because it can easily just be you just keep falling, you don't get anywhere. Whereas it's a fall and then a rise. Like, where is this going? In a good way or in a bad way? Like, it can even be like, it just has to be done well. So I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen. But so
I mean, I've been loving the scenes, the dialogue.
The scenes and stuff, the acting, everything's been great. But I'm just more concerned story wise. So we'll see. I don't know.
And I think when the stakes are so high, I totally agree with you. But I think when the stakes are so
it's okay.
When the stakes are so high, I feel like this banter between them, and then now seeing Gaia possibly be dead. I agree with you. It's like, okay, all these things are happening, but we're not really getting to the point where we're starting to do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just like a TBD. We'll see where it keeps going. I mean, we're enjoying it, but we definitely have questions. It's like, dude, okay, we got how many more episodes left, and we're loving. We're here for the ride. We're loving it. It's high, like you said, Mom. High stakes. I mean, there's obviously it's a lot more. It's darker and grittier in terms of the violence and in terms of the peril and all that. So I think that's another reason why it's kind of like I think as an audience we've taken for granted some of the heroes that we've had, and so when we're put in a position like this as an audience, it's like crap. We want this person to fly on in to help save the day when it's just again there's something very human about this whole thing, which I think is awesome. I know some of the actors have mentioned that too. When you read it and it's something that it kind of lives on its own, this thing could potentially branch off and create other things, but the story that they're trying to create, the characters in Secret Invasion have something to offer, and clearly something that some of these actors have latched onto and we've latched onto.
Yeah, like I can't help but think, why hasn't he called Captain Marvel yet?
Well, because she's all over the place.
But I mean, if she's powerful enough to go and stop that plane, like...
Well, it's a big problem.
I know I'm not... I love connecting things, but I do feel like this slowness and this worry that Jemmy has, and I agree with, there's just like this tendency to always depend on that hero to come and save the day, and I think it's taking a little more patience than we're used to.
Probably.
I do love the show, don't get me wrong. I do love it. I'm enjoying it. I just now have to wait another week.
Yeah, I just hope it continues to like actually make more steps into what's happening. Because right now, obviously, it seems like Gravik's winning, which obviously is probably the point. And I'm not saying it's going to end happy, because I mean, obviously, there's continuations of the Skrulls. But I'm just curious as to what it's building up to. So again, I hope it's worth the wait, but at the same time, I can't help but feel concerned.
I can't help but compare this to, because, here in the description, spy, espionage. Very instinctually, for me, I'm comparing this to the Bourne Identity, to the Bourne series, rather, to all these different spy movies that kind of have this, like, all hope is lost. You think of Mission Impossible, you think of, the 007 movies. To start, that there's always this feeling like there's no way out, there's no way they're going to win this. And I think because it's Marvel, there's something in us, and this is quite unfortunate, I think, that is not allowing us to fully trust the turmoil that we're in, the turmoil of this story, the conflict that we're stuck in. Mainly because Nick Fury has been the one character that a lot of us haven't been paying attention to. I think there's an irony here that the Skrulls have kind of been ignored throughout as they slowly started to emerge in the MCU. And Nick Fury himself, although he was pinnacle in arranging the team, and yes, he's had these pretty epic scenes all throughout the last 10 years, but this is the very first time that we're taking a deep dive into things like he left a wife here on Earth twice, and the second time he did it voluntarily. And the big question I still have is a capital WHY. Why in the world did he do that? Why did he leave again was it the blip? Was it PTSD? What was it? Like, there's no, and the real problem is that he's returned to a potential global mess, like the potential annihilation of the human race that he allowed because he was having a fit. That in and of itself is creating a problem for me, in that I feel like Nick Fury is dealing with finding who he needs to become, because he's no longer what he used to be. I think that's what's interesting to me about this show, is that he's really in a corner, and he started to kind of show some life and some aggression again right there in the interrogation when he started shooting this commander, what's his face, Robert Fairbanks, I think was his name. There were some signs of the Fury we know, but the Fury that is now at wit's end. He doesn't know. At least we were left with the impression that he doesn't know if his wife is with him or against him. I would like to believe she's with him, right? But at this point, we're being led to believe quite masterfully that we just don't know. And I would hope he knows, but Nick Fury's always 3-4 steps ahead. Not in this case. And I think that's making us very scared, which I think is the point. But Marvel has left us kind of wondering in the past, so we're wondering now about the actual element of the story, which I think is a testament to what we've been through as MCU fans. You know, I think there's been a lot of missed opportunity in the MCU, and hopefully this is not that.
We've been so hopeful and excited, and then
Right.
we're like, it wasn't what I expected. So yeah,
I do think we owe it to ourselves as fans of story and fans of character, not Marvel necessarily. And obviously it's a big brand, and it's there. It's on top of Secret Invasion. But I think we owe it to ourselves as storytellers and as actors to just ride this wave. Ride the wave of what Nick Fury is going through, you know. Yeah. I was kind of riding the wave with Talos when Fury walked into the bar, and I was like, is this even really Fury? But obviously the exchange and the banter made it seem like, well, only Fury would know. Yeah. And I love how later there was a sense of like, well, only Talos calls me Fury or something else. He never calls me Nick. So there's elements in this that are new and fresh, and it's hard for us to trust them, but I think in order to enjoy the next 3 episodes,
I think also
we have to
like,
trust them.
When you think of the shows that we've seen recently, usually like the midway point is like the climax, and then it's, you know, it leads to something that's, you know, big and, you know, final. But I think it's just a slow progression of him growing and becoming who he's, this new Nick Fury that he is now, because of what he's gone through and what he's realizing about himself. So I'm curious to see who that is entirely. So yeah, I think because we've always been used to like the halfway point being like this big turning point, and then it leads to something else. It's obviously very different in the show. I mean, obviously Gaia possibly being dead is pretty big because you were going attached to her, and she was a great character. So we'll see.
And the wife being kind of I mean, it's if this is like a spy espionage, as you know, in a lot of those movies, the love interest,
damsels always
triple agents,
you always, I mean,
Indiana Jones, dude.
Yeah, I mean, come on, how many times did that guy get, you know, betrayed? And it's kind of
you can't trust anybody.
You really can't trust anybody. But I think it's a cool little, in my opinion, little nod to that constant like, who can you trust, and double agent type of thing. So. Again, we're loving it. I think this is just proof that there's a lot to talk about, and we want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments as to what you thought of episode 3, what you are continuing to think of Secret Invasion, your thoughts on the show as it progresses, and where you kind of maybe see it going, and where you feel like this show stands with MCU and everything that Marvel is creating, because it is something special. I think we're really enjoying this. So. So yes, that was our reaction to episode 3 of Secret Invasion. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you want to have access to those uncut watch-alongs that we're posting weekly with each new edited reaction, you guys can have access to those by checking out our Patreon down below and the link in the description or this card above, or by clicking that join icon down below next to the subscribe button. That way you guys can access those uncut watch-alongs and become members of this channel. And just know that your support monthly will help this channel out a lot, and it means a lot, and you help us to achieve the goals that we have here at MaJeliv. And regardless, you being here today means a lot to us. So thank you. Go out there, spread your light, and we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.
Bye.